welcome to Centurions Corner, and today we are creating another custom, and our first custom of 2021, and slightly a little bit different. So today we're not doing a bootleg transformation, it's actually a transformation of an official Hasbro figure, and I haven't done this before. It was kind of like a bit of a sin to me to actually customize one of these guys. Apart from just changing a few bits, obviously we added the extra strip on here because the earlier batches of Bly didn't have it. So I kind of got an inspiration or an idea from Tom. He's one of my followers, and you can follow him on Instagram, and he has a YouTube channel. So just look down the description down below, and you can see him make customs, and obviously his customs that he's created. And just recently, Jedi Archive, a store in UK, got a new delivery and a new shipment of Bly, and I just knew that if I didn't get him now, I wouldn't do it. Or I would do, but it'd be a bootleg figure with all the gubbins and all the extras, and I've got to paint it completely up. So I've got a second Bly, so we can put this guy to the side, and then we are going to create Commander Deviss, or Deviss, something like that. I can't really remember, and I can't pronounce it properly either, which is really embarrassing. But the long story about this guy actually is basically Bly with just red markings and white legs and stuff like that. So it's pretty much exactly the same figure, which is really good and really easy custom to make. The actual background story of it is actually in the visual archives of it, is that actually he was decorated as with red armor, but just during filming they changed it so it was more kind of camouflage to Felicia. So this is Commander Bly, but later on in canon, well, kind of like Legends canon, they Commander Deviss. So we're actually just going to paint this guy up. And looking online as well, they do change everything really to red, but it's not quite like that. So just looking at Bly, he has these sort of yellow marking bits on his armor parts down here. They're like yellow, but actually I'm looking at this, they're already yellow here. And also same with his arm kind of pouches that are around his arm at the top there. So it literally is a pretty much just converting the yellow to red and painting over some of the lighter parts to white. Now I'm going to have a go at different things. First of all, I'm just going to paint it white to see how it looks. If it does look a little bit kind of thing, I'm going to do it on the back of the leg. If not, I might go for acetone and stuff like that. But I'll update the video if I need to. If not, you will see me what I'm doing as I'm progressing through. And that's kind of it really. That is literally how he's going to be. I'll do another time-lapse video so you just see me painting and whatnot. And I will also do the weathering in this video as well. And do like a nice little thing at the end. So off we go. Don't forget, if you do like this content and you want to help the channel, then please just drop a like, you can subscribe and you can comment and ding that bell. Thank you so much. He's just drying at the moment. It's actually left quite a nice, kind of nice gloss over there over the actual figure, and it's not too bad of a different sort of tone of white to the actual figure itself. The actual white of the actual character, you can see it's got like a slight sort of browny tinge to it, to the actual whiteness of the figure. So while he's drying, I'm just going to brush stroke over some of the bits I can get. I'm going to start with his feet and stuff down there and let it dry and carry on up there. I haven't taken the figure apart at this one, just to the fact, because it's an official figure, I do want to sort of do it all and then try and put it back on and chip the paint in the process. I thought I'd just try and do it as easy, as quick as possible, because it's just white paint in certain areas that I don't really need to touch after they're dried. So now I'm just going to paint these parts red. I was going to go for the standard Tamira paint that I kind of use most of the time, which is quite a bright red gloss, but I don't want this guy to sort of fall in line with the sort of Senate guards, like the security. So I'm actually going to use the liquor paint, which I just used on the R7A7 droid. So it's a bit of a duller red, it's a bit of sort of a drawn down, and I think it'll look quite nice next to Bly because it's a bit more of a dirtier red. It still has got a bit of a nice kick of red into it, so I'm hoping it'll be absolutely fine. So I'm just going to lay these art over the parts that we need to on the figure. CT-6591-6210, also known as Deviss, was a clone trooper captain who led K Company, a unit within Clone Commander Bly's 327th Star Corps. Deviss served in the First Battle of Clone Wars on the Outer Rim planet of Geonosis. Here he is, all finished and completely weathered up and ready for his quick review. So I'm not going to actually do a review or bring one out. I thought I'd just chuck it into the same one because it's quite an easy quick paint job really. Only took me probably an hour. The white took a little bit longer just to actually settle, so I just kind of left it for a little bit longer than I normally would, but the red and everything it just dries really quickly. So first up, I used the liqueur red just to go over all the brown parts here. I didn't actually remove any paint at all. I just simply painted straight over the top, and that's LP18. I also used the X2 white. I wanted to see how well it overlaid over the yellow, and as you can see, it's done it really nicely. The actual plastic before is actually kind of got a green tinge to it, or a yellowy tinge. I don't know whether that's when they apply the paint and it kind of gets away with it, but you can see how white it is compared to this. But it's actually a really nice kind of gloss on there. We've actually got that kind of gloss coming off on the legs as well, which is pretty cool. And obviously I filled in the yellow around on the helmet as well at the back, so it's done quite a nice coverage. The other paint I used was simply the flat aluminium, which is XF16, and that's just for the general weathering and the paint application on his blaster. I've got a flat black here, which is for his pauldron, so we've gone over that part, and it's a nice kind of matte kind of black as well. You don't get any kind of shine or anything on there, so it's quite a nice just to finish that one off. I left a little bit on there for a bit of weathering and stuff. And I've got a gloss black, semi-gloss, and that's simply just for the line across there, and I've applied it to Bly as well, as he was missing his visor on his rangefinder. And then also I've got another black here, but that's actually my black wash, which is about 95% water with a tiny little bit of black acrylic in there. And that's where I've just simply gone over these extra parts just to bring a little bit more kind of weathering on there. I don't want to go too much over the top. I didn't want these guys to look completely separate. I want them to both look like an official figure on the shelf next to each other. And then the last paint I used, which is blue XF8 or flat blue, and that's just simply for his tube stripes on his kind of lower part of his helmet. And that is it. So taking a closer look at him, you can see all around on his details. I used a little sponge, as you saw in the video, just to apply these extra parts on here, because the actual picture itself, it's kind of got that kind of washing away kind of parts of the armour. It's just like speckled, not really sort of chipped away, so I thought I'd just have a go at it and do it like that. So looking all around, he's actually looking pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. I'm really chuffed how he's turned out for a really quick kind of tutorial. I know I didn't actually take them apart and everything like that, because a lot of people, you know, they're a bit scared of doing stuff, so I just wanted to show it off that actually you can try this at home if you just get the paints and then give it a go. Obviously patience is the key. I left all the sort of brown markings and stuff in place what Bly had already, just to leave it on there. I did apply a little bit of a green bit of sponge speckling over there, because on the actual picture he's got green going up his legs as well. Obviously he's stepped in some sort of like yucky puddle, but by the time I get to the shins and thigh bits, I just stop and it all goes into black at the top. So that's kind of it really. That's him. That's another clone troop on the shelf, and the first one for 2021, and yeah, pretty cool. So let me know if you're going to tackle this, or let me know your thoughts down in the comments department. You can follow me on Instagram, where I'll be showing more pictures of this, which is in the description. And if you like these videos, please subscribe and you can see more content and get it first. So thank you once again, and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.